Good morning, TikTok. Look at that song. Ah. How are y'all? Hmm? Hmm? I'm fantastic. Thanks for asking. So, today I am out in the morning again on my morning constitutional. Do you know what that means? It's time for the prison story. So, where we left off yesterday, I'd been arrested and was getting ready to spend my first night of a 7-year bid in jail. I didn't know that at the time, though. When I got put into that squad car, all I knew was that I was going down. I didn't know how long I was going to be there. I didn't know what was going to happen to me. I didn't know anything about what I was facing. And I definitely didn't know anything about what the situation was um, like in my life. I didn't understand what Tried Your Boyfriend Charles was up to. I didn't fucking know what I was up to. I mean, I was so on autopilot at this point. But I mean, really, what else could you be? Doing the illicits every 20 minutes, running away from your whole life, being content to be with somebody that doesn't even like you, and you thinking that it's love, being willing to take a charge for them. That ain't it. That was me. That was me. Not me anymore. So I am in that squad car, and now we're gonna break the fourth wall here, and I'm gonna tell y'all some things that I know now that I didn't know then. Okay, and I've been alluding to this a little bit about how it's okay to not like Tread Your Boyfriend and to not say anything good about it. And here's why. And this kind of dovetails with unintended consequences in a previous episode. Because what he does this night, what I'm about to tell you, literally fucking saved my life. It really did. It's the only fucking reason that I am free right now. The only reason that I stand before you, the internationally ignored pink haired guy walking through the park with his phone out, recording himself talking about prison. Creature. Oh, I love that bitch. She's so fun. So, and you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Luscious Massacre. Go look her up. She's amazing. I want to be her when I grow up. But I think I'm older than her. So, like, does that mean when I grow down? Oh, who knows? So, I am waiting in that squad car while they talk to Tragic Boyfriend. And I know this, not because I overheard it, but because they put it in court documents and they accidentally gave them to me. Right? I know. The courts are so stupid sometimes. That didn't help me though. So they pulled him out. Ah, look at that lens flare I got here. Ah, ah. So they pulled me out. They put me in the squad car and they pulled him aside. And this isn't word for word, but it's pretty close. This is what they said to him. They said, listen, bruh, we know who the fuck that is. We know that's David McIntyre. We know that's Frank. But he won't tell us who he is. And that's making our job hard. It's 10:30 at night. We want to go home. If we don't know who he is, we have to do more paperwork. So here's what we're going to give you, Tragic Boyfriend. You tell us that that's David. You tell us that's him. And we can take him down. And you know what? We won't search this fucking car. We'll let you leave. And we won't search that car. That's it right there. Now think about that. I took a federal charge for this motherfucker. It's his fucking fault that I got caught. I'm not trying to shift responsibility. What I was doing, I was doing. But I didn't get myself fucking caught. He did. Although technically, because I let him in my life, I got myself caught. So it just depends on where you want to like fracture your circumstances. But for all common parlance, this motherfucker brought the shit into my life that fucked my life up and also saved my life. Again, unintended consequences. So thank you, Treasure Boyfriend. They tell him that. What would you have done, TikTok? Leave me a comment. Let me know. Would you have told? Would you have said, hey, that's him? Would you? I'm not going to tell you what I would have done. Not yet. So he tells them straight up, fucking tells them, that's him. Take him. And you know why? Because there's 50 fucking $1,000 in that car. And like almost that much of wholesale illicits. So what do you think he does? You think he takes the car and drives back to Baton Rouge and returns it to my sister? Brings my cat safely to my family? Lets them know, hey, Frank's in jail? No! He doesn't fucking do any of that! No! Now we're leaving the part of court papers and the part that just I know because I talked to the motherfucker. I ended up doing like 3 or 4 months with him in jail, and we talked. He goes to Chicago and gets a room at a Candlewood Suites and flies his fucking friends up from New Orleans to sit there and do fucking meth with him. Yep, to stay in a hotel and get high and spend all my goddamn money. You realize that? I could have gotten out of prison and had a start with that money. I left prison with $1,000 to my name in 2014. $1,000. And this asshole has never once fucking apologized for this to me. Never once. And let me tell you, when I got out, I found something of his that was super important to him. It was the last piece that he had of his dead mother. And I went through all kinds of channels and I got that motherfucking thing to him. And I didn't bring this shit up because you know what? Fuck him. I don't want his fucking apology. He was acting like he's all sober and he's gone through the program. And last time I checked, one of them fucking steps is making shit right that you did wrong. He ain't never fucking come to me with that money. He ain't never come to me and apologized for it. Man, fuck that dude. Fuck him and 20 people that look like him. But, softly. So, because, I got out of prison a little over 11 years ago with $1,000. So what? What did I make of it? What did he make of his? That's a different story. So he tells them, and they take my ass to lockup. They put me in a holding tank. Now, what they didn't do was search that fucking car. Which, hey, to their credit, they lived up to their responsibilities, and they were as honest as the popo can be, right? They were honest in that one regard. They did not search that car. And because they didn't search that car, he was able to go to Chicago with the dope, the money, and, he kept my cat alive. It's the one good fucking thing about the dude. Because I guarantee you, if he ever sees this, he's going to fucking feel like, dit big. Not me. Much bigger than that. So, had they searched that car, here's why he saved my life. And this, I promise you, will come back later in another story. So note it well. Had they searched that car because I was a because I was a person who had fled a federal trial, I was already a fugitive, which means anything that I did crime-wise at that point that they charged me with would be enhanced at sentencing. So it wouldn't have been an ordinary sentence for the amount of stuff that I had. They would have seized all the money. They would have seized the dope. They would have seized the car. And I would have got charges for all of that. Auto theft, possession with intent to distribute with a huge amount, um, uh, the money laundering. The laundry list of things that they could have applied to me is intense. And the reason that it's intense is because if you run the numbers on it, the best case scenario was about 20 to 25 years additional to whatever I was going to face for the previous charge. And because at that point, I would technically be a like a two-time offender. It wouldn't count all as like one charge, one instance. You know, they work that shit the best way they can to like maximize that kind of stuff because prosecutors build their careers on destroying your life, not on protecting the law, not on protecting society. None of that shit matters to them, no matter how much they fucking tell you it does. It doesn't. Because I guarantee you, when it's someone they love in that position, they get that motherfucker out of trouble. And that tells you they don't care about the morality or the beauty or any of that shit they tell you they care about when it comes to law. They don't. It's the fucking truth. So, had Charger Boyfriend not told on me, they would have impounded that car and they would have searched it. And I would have gotten charged with all that stuff. And I would not be here right now telling you this story. I'd be locked the fuck up, probably for the rest of my natural life. Because this was before they changed the sentences on this kind of stuff, where it's much lighter now than it was then. He didn't know what he was doing. He can't take credit for it. It's not like he was sitting there going, I'm going to save Frank's life and do this wonderful thing for him. Yay! Nah, fuck that dude. He didn't do none of that shit. Don't deserve no fucking credit for it. Plus, as I told you, you're going to find out in a later story how this act of unintentional kindness from him gets paid back to him in full, plus some. So, however, that's it for today. So, I got a question for you all. As I said earlier, if you were in this situation, if you were me, if you were him, what would you have done? Let me know in the comments. Like down there? There. Is it down there? Maybe over there? Is it over there? Bye, TikTok.